What's going on, my fellow dads? Welcome to another live Motivation Monday. Looking forward to this all day. I usually go very early, or at least early for most of my US followers and US friends, because I go at 2 p.m. Now, since I've changed my whole way of working while being with the kids, right? Because as I mentioned, if you've seen previous lives, I told you I am only working 2 hours a day, and I'm trying to do that work while I'm not with the kids. And so far, that's been successful. They're on summer camp. I worked for about 2 hours, and now they're asleep, and I am on live as well, talking to you guys. We are going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about, I just noticed I got something open that is going to keep me from being perfect. I am going to go and talk to you about the Kaizen method, right? I spoke to you before about this. However, I'm so excited that what happened today that I thought I got to share this with you guys. So let me share a little bit of background information of what my mother shared with me the other day, which I found really cool. So people think that the Kaizen method has actually been in Japanese. And apparently, according to history, that's not true, right? So the Kaizen method has been invented in the US during the World War II because most men weren't in the US at that time. However, the factories in the country and everything needed to work. So a lot of people that were put in. And of course, production wasn't as up and running as it was back in the day. So what did they do? They started asking all these workers, all these women, okay, how can we try every single day with a little bit of change to make the biggest impact in our production process? And that's what they start doing. Now, here's the kicker. As soon as World War was over and everybody came back, they stopped using that method. Right? So the method was working, they stopped using it. Men, right? Anyway, what happened then is, of course, you know the history. Japan got bombed and they really needed to rebuild their country. They saw how beneficial the method of was that they were using back then in the US, that they started implementing using this in Japan to rebuild the country. Every single day, look at, okay, what little thing can we do that can make the biggest impact on rebuilding the country or upgrading productivity. So once the country was completely rebuilt, that is when they kept using the method, right? That is why now we look at Japan thinking like, wow, these guys are so freaking effective when it comes to production line, for example, to building cars, right? We look to them now. And that's the reason, because every single day they look, or every single X period of time, they look at, okay, what's the next step? What's that one next thing that we can do that can improve us as a business or can improve us as whatever it is, right? So my mom started using this in regards to my little son, right? My youngest one, he's 3 years old, and we're here at their house. They have a beautiful swimming pool. And the first time I went into the pool a couple of days ago, he didn't go any further than the first step into the water, and that's where he stayed, right? Splashing, playing, but nothing more than this far ahead with his, like his feet were in the water. That was it. There was no way that he would come any closer to me or play in the water, nothing. So I'm like, okay, we're having fun, we're playing, we're splashing water, we're throwing the ball around, great time, right? So I'm happy, he's happy, everybody's having a great time. Then later, while I was having, I think I had a live interview, I was checking outside, and I see him with my mom on this floating thing that we have on top of the water. Like he went from the first step to the second one to the third one and then going into the water. And I was just mind blown. I was like, wow. So I asked her, I was like, what did you do? Right? What did I do wrong? So she explained it to me. She said, I just went step by step. I first held him, just kept him close, and then start walking a little bit in the water, and he felt safe. And then little by little, she got the floating device, and got him on it, holding him still, got him used to it. It's like, all right, that's really cool. So I decided to do the same thing. So every single night. So that's now one night ago. So yesterday, I start holding him a little bit, walking around with him, having him hold my hands, hopping around a little bit in the water. You see, small steps, right? But steps that he felt comfortable with. But at the same time, trying to push him just a little bit, right? And then yesterday, I think we finished with him holding my fingers, right? And then actually, I remember him real quickly letting go of one finger and then grabbing it real quickly again because he got scared, right? Which is fine. And then we got back. So today, and get this, right? We just done swimming. I took a later swim today because it's really hot here. We went in the swimming pool, and at one point, I'm like, hey, why don't we try to let go, right? Because I already had them underneath the water. He let go of my fingers, first of all, right? So he went in 48 hours from standing on the first step to now being in the deep end, right? Floating around all on his own. I was just like, that's insane. Look at him. So then I started walking away a little bit from him. So he started swimming. He started swimming. So we actually went from one end to the pool to the other end of the pool and back again, right? The only thing I had to do is help him. So he's afraid of finding that point where he is floating. So he jumps and grabs my fingers, and then we go into the water, and then he lets go because he feels confident that he's floating, and then I'm there, and then I swim away from him. He swims after me, right? As far as 3-year-olds can swim, right? It's more like a little doggy that goes, but still, I am just baffled by it. And all of a sudden, we finish the first one, and I hear clapping, and I look up, and it's my mom standing up there, all proud, looking at her grandson that went from being scared of even dipping his toe, going down to the second step, to now all of a sudden just making it on his own, going up and down in the swimming pool in a deep end where he can't stand. Of course, he has, the floating devices. You all know that. Sorry, I didn't explain that before, but he's wearing those. But still, that is the Kaizen method. That is the method of just looking for what is the next small step that we can implement that will make the biggest impact in giving him the confidence to do it on his own, right? So the next big step, of course, is that he will jump in it or make it all through the steps so he's floating on his own. He doesn't need my fingers, but still, right? So proud today. Lots of fun. Love the water. And just wanted to share that with you guys because, I think it's a great method. I'm using it now as well with my oldest one. He has to learn how to read. He doesn't feel comfortable with it. So we're doing things that he feels comfortable with, and then step by step finding the next thing, right? A little bit more difficult than the swimming part at the moment. However, we're making progress, and sometimes progress is really small, right? But progress is still progress. Even though your progress is this small, right? Celebrate the hell out of that bad boy, right? That's another thing that's really important. So when he went up and down, it's just holding him, hugging him, yay, applauding him, woo, high five, really celebrating the heck out of that because that's important. And the same with the oldest one. Once he figured out how to read that word and what it says, celebrate that word, right? So what? He's supposed to read 5 or 10 words. I don't know what he's supposed to read yet, but anyway, he's on his pace, and I'm just going to make sure that, every single baby step we celebrate the hell out of. Anyway, wanted to share that. If you have any questions, let me know. Be happy to help. If you want to stay, I'm going live 4 times tomorrow. So if you want to stay connected and know when I go live with amazing dampeners, it's going to be absolutely off the chain. Make sure you hit the link that I put in the comment section, right? This will get you to my messenger and receive the messages that we are live. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me. I wish you all a fantastic day, a great Motivation Monday, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.